Our first stop on the Norwegian Pearl cruise ship is Piran, Slovenia. We are on a new episode where we will explore this city in Slovenia together. If you want to support this channel, subscribe because it's free.
House where you can buy typical salt which comes from this area.
Mais moi je la dalle. Et j'ai eu Lalo. Et j'ai une entrée où il a baissé.
In our town. Halle Berry was here, Mike Wahlberg, And our man went crazy because Halle Berry is really good looking woman. And I was deeply disappointed as I met Mr. Wolf. Slovenia is a young democratic country, and we have to promote us. Here we have the promenade, which goes from here, from Piran to Portorož. You will see now the most of the hotels, they are situated in Portorož, so that the people which are staying in Portorož always have the possibility to come to the old town, and Piran, it's the old town.
dime si no estás dispuesto a cuidar a tu hermano para que yo no lo suelte de nuevo.
Which is why I'm not to be trusted.
Ciao.